Good morning, everyone. So, what I would like to speak about is that just like the different phases of my life, I have experienced both the shadows and illumination just like the moon. And I was born in Kolkata in a family with a loving grandfather and my parents and three uncles. Since I was good at my sketching and drawing skills, my grandfather, who was of progressive mindset and was quite broad-minded, so he assured that I should learn these skills, and that started the beginning of my art journey. Once being from a family of film distributors, so I grew up doing pencil sketches of actors and actresses. So once I was also quite popular in my school due to my sketching skills during the annual day functions and their annual exhibitions. After my 10th standard, we moved to Patna. My family actually moved to Patna, and I did my graduation and post-graduation in chemistry from there. During my stay in Patna, I came across the beauty of Mithila painting, or what is popularly known as Madhubani painting. So in Mithila painting, I got an opportunity of making the kobar, which is actually a wall painting that is done during the time of marriage. I actively participated into creating these type of paintings during the time of marriage, and also learned how to the intricacies of the art. But just after my post-graduation in chemistry, I became a mathematics teacher. So I did continue teaching mathematics in schools. And in 2001, I was married and we moved to Delhi. Delhi Heart was the one important place where I spent most of my, it was my favorite destination. I remember it was the first time my husband Sudesh, he said that when you know how to create the art, why don't you just make paintings? In 2004, my son was born, and I had to leave my job. One thing I believe that being a mother, it's like I had to, that belief that only a good mother can, take care of. No, she can be the only guide or teacher and the kind of. So during my stay, means while I was sitting back at home and creating these paintings, technology during that time, I remember it opened the world. We got our first Airtel broadband, and when I came across a website called novika.com in association with National Geographic. I applied with my artwork there and got selected. And that started my journey as a Madhubani artist. The phases of my life started after that. Real difficulties that to establish myself as a folk artist, because when I was creating these paintings, so because of the very stringent selection process, the other strict quality check, I got into the habit of creating the artwork very intricately. I used to do it. And hence, because I completely hated rejection. In the meantime, after getting selected in Delhi, so we moved from Delhi to Bangalore. Once I moved to Bangalore, so I started approaching art galleries and emporiums and the different stores which used to sell the artwork. So most of the answers were no, so, saying that you are just a hobby artist, or you have not inherited the art from your ancestors or your family. Um, the answers were also like that. So basically, what happened is that the association of my folk art, especially with my livelihood, became a big hurdle for me. Because I was completely denied any opportunity, saying that your livelihood is not dependent on these paintings. So once I was even sarcastically told that sitting in Bangalore and creating these Madhubani art is just like you are serving North Indian food in South India or South Indian food in North India. The authenticity of your artwork is completely lost. Being a fighter, I just thought that let me not approach anyone with my artwork. Rather, let my work speak. So I kept working quite hard, and in the meantime, I got an opportunity of becoming a member of 100 Hands, which is an NGO in Bangalore. That provided me a great platform to showcase my artwork in Bangalore as well as in some of the cities in South India. And after that, whatever opportunities that came my way, I simply accepted that, experimented with my art, and created those things that challenged me more. So after doing hard work day and night, I have refined my artwork in such a way that today I have my own way of doing it, my own style, and for that style I'm known for the kind of work that I do. So these were the challenges that I faced as a Madhubani artist. And I have overcome all these challenges because of a very supportive family. My husband, who is of course my strength, my loving brother and a sister, they are younger than me, and the unconditional love of my son, because he is the one who actually made me an artist, because after his birth I just started the artwork. And today he teaches me how to use the social media platforms. Now, let me take you to the different phase of the artwork when we create a Madhubani masterpiece. The artwork also starts with an inspiration. So the inspiration can be from nature, say the trees, the animals, birds, so the animals, birds, fishes, the different other wonders of water, and it can be from the lives that are around us, the cultural traditions of Mithila, and we also get the inspiration can be from the lives of the cities, the villages. Then it can be from gods and goddesses, the stories of gods and goddesses, basically from mythology, and the colors that we see around us. So these inspirations can come to you at any time of the hour. It can come even in the middle of the night. And once the sparking moment of that inspiration comes, then you have to think, like, what has to be created? When a lot of thinking goes into it, The idea has to fully develop. Actually, the conceptualization process takes more time than the time we actually need to create the artwork. So once you have the idea that this has to be created, and then comes the process of preparation of the artwork. So when we start the preparations, then we have to get into that, like what are the things that you need for the artwork? The kind of paper, say a handmade paper or the recycled paper, the kind of brushes that we need, the kind of colors, whether acrylic or natural color or say watercolor, any other medium of your choice. So whatever things that we need has to be prepared once the idea comes. Basically, we have the idea that this has to be created and these are the things that we need for the artwork. Now, once you have that idea, then comes the process of creation. Now, in the process of creation, we have to follow certain features of the artwork, because every traditional or folk art, or say even the tribal art, has its own features. That's how we distinguish the art, whether it is a kalamkari or a gond or any other art form. So in Madhubani, we have to start the sketch with black, and then the sketch is done with black using the double lines. Once the double lines, the sketch is done, then intricate lines and designs are filled to make the sketch. Now, once the sketch is done, then colors are filled in. So when we fill it up with color, we call it the Bharni style of creating the artwork. Bharni means basically कि you are filling it up with color, भर रहे हैं. So once we fill the color, so this was practiced earlier by the Brahmins of the society in Mithila. So it was known as the Brahmin style. Now, when we create, instead of filling it up with color, when we create the artwork, say just using the intricate lines and designs and not filling it up with color, just intricate lines and designs, and we make the entire, say the kind of that you are seeing on the screen. So everything is done with the help of the nib. So when this type of artwork is done, then it is known as the Kachni style. Kachni basically means that we are hatching it up with lines. So that's the Kachni style of work, and it was practiced by the Kayasthas of the society. So it was also known as the Kayastha style of painting. Every person, it differs from person to person, like how much time it would take. It depends on the amount of intricacy that we do in the artwork. It also depends on the amount of time we dedicate each day on the artwork. It can take a few months or say a few days. The artwork takes, what I was telling is that the artwork takes it differs from person to person. So how much time it would take, it depends also from this. On the mood and temperament also, like what kind of mood we have during the creation process. After the artwork is created, so every artist goes through a different kind of emotion. Either we feel good that this has been created and we have accomplished what we wanted to. Or we feel bad that it is like, it's not the one that I wanted to achieve. And these types of emotions are very normal when we create the artwork. So be proud of it, because a lot of time and effort goes into creating the artwork. And the artwork will also bring happiness to the people who will look at the artwork. Once the artwork is created, then goes the process. It has to be marketed properly, because it has to be marketed through bazaars and the galleries, online galleries, and the online platforms. So these days, we can also reach out to the global audience through the social media platforms. And this is very important. This is important for an artist in order to sustain, because not only he or she has to sustain in order to create the work which they love or passionately do it. These were the phases through which I have gone, and the artwork is this. So just like the moon looks beautiful, Mithila art has its timeless and lasting beauty. It reflects the lasting traditions which is passed down from one generation to the next. So it is drawn in the cover, and it also reflects the area's farming traditions and the different seasons that comes. So that's what it is represents. Hence, I would like to conclude by saying that every phase of our life offers an opportunity for a new and meaningful journey. All it takes is the unwavering confidence and belief in our own abilities. May each step that we take forward be guided by the courage within us as we embark on the enriching chapters that lie ahead. Thank you. Thank you so much.